The Vatican archives feature documents that are 1,000 years old, contained on shelving that extends 52 miles. The Holy See began maintaining its archive more than 400 years ago. Its mission: to preserve documents of the popes and various governing bodies at the Vatican. It is one of the oldest collections in the world. And in 2019, parts of it were open to scholars for the very first time. Joining us now from Rome, a familiar face to EWTN viewers, we have Father Mitch Pacwa with us, host of EWTN's Scripture and Tradition. Father Mitch, welcome. So good to see you. So tell us about your project with the Vatican Archives.
This is part two of a project I did a few years ago before COVID. That, of course, interrupted things. And I'd done the first one about the Vatican Library. But there is a second part of that apostle, and that is the Vatican Archives, the Apostolic Archives. They used to be called the Vatican Secret Archives. But Pope Francis, I think, wisely changed it because everybody thinks it's about a big secret, and they forget about the archive part. The big deal is the archive. These are preserving ancient documents that go back to over 1,000 years. And they are just an amazing preservation project that they restore old documents, they categorize and catalog them, and keep them safe from various kinds of harm like insects or people misusing them. So this is a terrific project, and we're able to get into what they call the bunker, where so many documents are stored. I think it's something like 37 kilometers long of files or of bookshelves. If you walked along all the bookshelves, it'd be 37 kilometers. So this is quite a bit of material, and there's room for more. Yeah. So that's what we've been doing.
That's incredible. Father Mitch, I want to go back to that. You mentioned the word secret. Tell us why Pope Francis decided to, essentially get rid of that word. What was the reasoning behind it?
Because people are thinking that the Pope is hiding secrets in there. That's not what it means. The word secretum in Latin means personal or private. So it is private archives or personal archives of the popes. The only ones that are not open to the public at all, they're locked shut, are the recent files. The Vatican waits 70 years before files can be researched. So now we're just getting to the point where the files of Pope Pius XII are being opened up. Some were even opened up a little earlier because of his cause for sainthood and because of questions about things he did during World War II were being misrepresented. And so that was opened up. But, the materials from Pope John the 23rd forward are not available to the public yet. It's the same policy that the United States government does with its records. They keep them closed for 50 years. They let me walk all over the stacks, and I could see the records. Most of it would not be of interest to anybody except scholars, and kind of geeky ones at that. It's records about liturgical offices and the Secretary of State for the Vatican, and all those kind of things. But a lot of the articles there are very interesting to see. Today we saw a document signed by Michelangelo, who used to work for the Vatican, drawing paintings and carving art and designing St. Peter's Dome. And the way that the Swiss Guard dress. We also got to see the seals of the people that were petitioning Pope Clement for the annulment of marriage between Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. We got to see the original ones. So I saw letters that were written between Pope Pius IX and President Abraham Lincoln and the President of the Confederate States of America, President Jefferson Davis. That is all here. And treaties between kings and empires and all that. It's just remarkable material that is not only preserving the church's history, but it really is laying open the history of Europe and so many of the international relations that are in this continent. And then with the Age of Discovery, expanding beyond, there's writings from Native Americans in Canada, from Quechua people in the Andes. These were the people we call the Incas, but the Incas were only their rulers. The people were called Quechua. They have documents from them in their language.
Oh, Father Mitch, this is remarkable. I mean, just hearing about this from you, and you get to see it in person, it really is inspiring, awe-inspiring indeed. We can't wait to see it when the project is complete. Thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it. Father Mitch Pacwa, host of EWTN's Scripture and Tradition. Thank you again.
God bless.